All right, welcome back to another video. So today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to quickly and very easily get much better performance out of your stock 10th generation Civic headlights. So if you don't have the factory LEDs, you have a set of projectors with halogen bulbs in them. You take an H11 bulb, and there are a lot of options out there for LED or HID bulb replacements. I'm going to show you one today that works really good with the Honda lenses. All right, so let me first start by saying this video is not sponsored by anybody. I didn't get free bulbs just to make a video or anything like that. I tried out a bunch of them and I found a set that works really good. So I started with Morimoto 2-stroke 2.0 bulbs in here, and they work pretty good, but they made a ton of noise when they were on, with the fans running. Now since then, Morimoto's come out with another generation of bulb, but I thought I would try something a little bit cheaper that had really good reviews that almost seemed too good to be true. So I went with the Hikari, I guess they're called HyperStar bulbs. It says now 2022 edition. It said that last year in 2021 though. So it's the same thing. I've used these on a CRV in the past and they worked really great. So I figured they would work really great in the Civic as well. All right, so here's what one of them looks like. There is a heat sink with a little fan, which doesn't make any noise at all. And here's the bulb. It's got a base. This base does come off if you pull hard. So it's important to make sure that the bulbs, once they're oriented in the housing, that they're the correct orientation. I will say that these bulbs seem to work better with projectors, which is what we're using them for here. If you have reflector headlights, you shouldn't really be using anything but a halogen bulb anyway, but that's for another discussion. Since we have projectors, we are good to go here. So these just put out a ton of light, and our projector focuses it down the road. All right, so they are meant to just plug directly into the factory wiring as is, but I run a set of these filters right here, and these are EMI filters, and I'll have links to all this stuff in the description. May look a little different. I've had these on multiple cars now, but basically what this does is it keeps any interference from going back into the electrical system over the radio. LEDs can sometimes cause that. I don't know if these really cause any interference or not. I always run these just in case. Makes everything run a lot cleaner, work a lot better. So this is really easy. If you look in here, we've got factory bulbs down in here. It's probably a good idea to go ahead and pop the tab off first. See, there's just this little clip you push in right here. The bulb just turns, pops right out. There's our H11 bulb, as you can see. So put the new one in. What I'm going to do to make it a little bit easier is I'm going to plug it into this wiring first. All right, so here's the output of these. Plug this in to here. Then go ahead and turn on the headlights, make sure that it works. Go ahead and get this without touching the LED chip, and get the bulb put back in the housing here. All right, here's how this looks. You want it straight up and down, so the wiring connection is straight down. You can see that just sits right on there, runs around and plugs in. Again, it should be straight up and down. I'll go ahead and turn on the lights and show you the color difference. So we got these great LED DRL, and then Honda puts a halogen bulb in there, which looks like crap. You can obviously see color temperature, but that translates into a ton more light on the road at night. You can also replace the high beams, those are 9005s, with the same Hikari 9005 bulbs. All right, so it's the same thing on this side. Okay. Pop the connector off. All right, so this side is just a hair different, and the reason it's just a hair different is because there's not a neat little shelf to rest that little EMI filter on. So I'm just going to take one zip tie and zip tie the wire in here to keep that from bouncing around and keep the wires from rubbing on any metal. Alright, so what I recommend doing is just taking a Ziploc bag, put your H11 bulbs in it and throw it in the glove box. That way if you're ever out, when your headlights goes out, when your LEDs, you've got these in the glove box, you can just throw it in real quick. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and also be installing a set of the 9005 LEDs for the high beam headlights. And these are a reflector on here. And it's the same exact process. Basically, we're just going to replace the old bulbs with these. It's real easy. Just reach back here. Same thing. Press on the little tab. See, there's our 9005. So pull that out. So get this in here and we'll line it up with the tabs. Alright, so we get that in there. So one thing you have to understand is the base is independent, as you can see here, from the bulb itself. So once you get the base kind of locked in, that just pushes in and it's just kind of held there. It's the one thing I kind of don't like, but that's so you can rotate the bulb to the appropriate angle. In our case, we want it like that, so it's straight up and down. Go and plug the connector back in. Yeah, they are bright. I'll give you a shot outside here. All right, so here we are at night. So go ahead and flip on the low beam headlights. It's kind of on a slight hill here, but you can see nice sharp cutoff. Flip on the highs. Man, that is a lot of light. Hopefully you can see that in the video. Alright, so here we're out on the road trying the new setup. This is my low beams on. You can see how it lights up the road. It's incredibly bright. And you have them aimed perfectly. I actually didn't have to adjust the aim because it's the same cutoff, same everything as your factory halogen bulb. So I just wanted to show you what the LEDs look like on the road at night. And flip on the high beams as well. There's the highs. Projects way further down the road than it used to, and much further off to the sides. And it matches. You see, if you just do the low beams and don't change out the highs, it will put out a bunch more light, but it just won't seem to do anything to help the low beams. Versus when we add these highs, you just get light way further down the road. So yeah, I just wanted to make this quick video. It's a very easy install. Show you what the lights look like on the road. Again, there'll be links in the description to the product that I used, if that helps you out. You can also leave a comment If you have a question or just would like to leave a comment, be sure to like the video, and definitely be sure to subscribe if you have a 10th generation Civic, because I got a lot more really cool videos and projects coming. So until next time, we'll see you later.